Hello and welcome to this demonstration of King and two bishops versus King Endgame. Today I will show you how to use your two bishops together with your king to checkmate your opponent. In this position, White must use his two extra bishops to form a V-shaped wall that the enemy king cannot pass beyond. As you see here, the dark squared bishop covers this diagonal and this diagonal in a V shape, along with the white bishop that does the same. And the king will not be allowed to pass through these V-shaped lines, and slowly we will decrease the size of this V-shaped wall until we press the enemy king to the edge of the board and then force him into the corner to deliver checkmate. So let's begin. White will move his bishops closer to the enemy king, decreasing the size of the V-shaped barrier that the black king cannot cross. Black moves, and the second bishop helps decrease the size of this V-shaped barrier. Now the king cannot cross these V-shaped lines, and he is slowly pressed back towards the edge of the board. The king tries to stay in the center, and White brings his king in closer to help the bishops cut the king off and force him to the edge of the board. The king retreats and the bishops move forward. The king attempts to stay closer to the center of the board, but it's no use. He must retreat to the edge. And now that he is on the edge of the board, the white king has moved forward to help keep the king trapped on this edge. And now the bishops slowly close in and will force the king to one of the corners. In this example, we'll force him to the H8 square and deliver checkmate in that corner. So here, White moved to B7 to cut off the king from being able to escape towards the left side of the board in order to force him towards the H8 square. The king heads in that direction, and once again we use the other bishop to cut off any squares to the left, and the king is forced to the right hand side towards the H8 square. And now the king, the white king, will move and help to prevent the black king from escaping off the back rank. And once again we use our bishops to slowly push the black king towards the H8 square, and using the white king to prevent him from leaving the edge of the board. And now that we have the king forced in the corner, we must be careful not to deliver stalemate. For here, if the white bishop on the C6 square were to move along this diagonal line, he would cover the G8 square and force a stalemate. This is what we do not want to happen, so we must waste a move by moving this white bishop along this diagonal and prepare to check the king once he moves back to this G8 square. And the reason we do this is to prevent stalemate. Now that he has moved to G8, the black king can be checked with this bishop on E6, and we can proceed to checkmate the opponent. And he moves into the H8 square, and the final checkmate move, E5. And there you have it, an example of how to checkmate with two bishops and a king against a lone king. So I recommend that you practice this yourself at home and help you improve your checkmating technique with these two bishops and king. And this can also help you learn how to use the bishops together to be more effective. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.